me get our other logo on. Good morning, everybody. Happy Hour Deuce says, just wanted to say thanks, Dan, for the heads up. Did a huge country ham order and got me a shirt and hat, too. I've started a revolution in this city. We got to get you soaking yours. 48 hours in a bucket, buddy. Get that thing nice and wet. And then you don't have to bake it that long. I think you just bake it for you just warm it through 20 minutes.
Well, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it after, because me and Tammy.
Do you call Tommy Tammy? Do you have something you need to tell me?
We're the only ones that eat ham, so
you keep it in the refrigerator with a piece of foil over, and you pick at it every day for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's too big. It's a goddamn huge.
Yeah, it's sorry.
20-pound ham.
Vegetables go in the drawers. Meat is made for a shelf. It's sorry.
I may give it back to you and let you cook it, and then I'll just eat some.
Do you want me to cook it and give you half?
I don't even need half. I was just need, how much ham can you eat?
Oh, how much you have? That's what I would say. If it's Maisie, I have to tell her I've eaten enough ham to not be able to get my rings off because there's so much salt. You're like, oh my God, it's all the salt. It's the one. It's a trick for Crystal because she'd love it if she ate meat because it's the saltiest of hams. My mouth's watering thinking about it. All right. This is a little OG. We're doing an OG recap. We do have a guest coming in at 11 o'clock. So, yeah. You can use a brine bucket. Yeah. Deuce, don't use a food-safe bucket. I have one. If you need one, I have one for you.
I'll just use
soaking turkeys or whatever,
my outdoor bucket.
Okay.
I'll just rinse it out. It's good cooking. It has mold on it. You know what I'm saying? So.
I don't know if yours does unless you've unwrapped it. Oh, no, but some of them do. Some of them do.
I just saw that on TikTok, a lot of country hams, the better they are, the more moldy they are.
Jamie, yeah, they've been aged.
So the dirty bucket is not going to do anything.
All right, buddy. Would you like to start? Here we go. Gotta stop. In 3, 2.
Welcome to your OG recap. What show is this, Daniel?
All the way back from December 3rd of 2021. It is was originally, I should say, show number 649 entitled Kid and Boys Live.
All right.
I'm not ringing any bells on this one other than... just going through the notes here, we were selling the Tom and Dan dick ornaments.
Okay.
How many different Tom and Dan dick ornaments have we done?
I think just one dick ornament. We've done multiple ornaments.
It was the metal one with the two dicks. Boys and rock climbing. Trying new things sexually. Top 5 reasons people quit a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. High-scoring basketball games. Playing full court basketball, COVID super green pass, state ID on phones, everything is behind the dots, governor of condoms, German Lego heist, gravedigger season, Andrea calls in to talk about her nightmare about sponsor, Caesar's 5 diarrhea night. Yesterday was Caesar's birthday. If you remember correctly, we threw a birthday party for him. I think 6 years ago. And then the next day, he vomited and shat himself to death.
That 6 years ago?
6 years ago.
When was it?
This may be it. This may be when Caesar died. The day after this show.
Okay.
And I was trying to process that. I was like...
This is 2001?
This is 2001. Okay. He had a lot... Caesar's 5 diarrhea night. That may have been... we may have been coming in for a landing with Caesar.
Okay. All right.
Because if you remember, he had his birthday, and then we had a party for him. Everything was fine. I mean, he was looking kind of rough. He's an old dog. But then the next day, we find him in a pile of his own shat and vomit. And we took him to the vet, and that's it.
No, yeah.
Right after his birthday. I've always wanted to be one of those little old men that you live to be 92 and then the next day dead. I like that.
You've always wanted that.
I didn't know, but the 92 part, yeah. I don't want to die, of course, but I like the idea of accomplishing your last birthday. The saddest, and it happens all the time because it's all random, But we want to attach our own like sensibility or reasoning behind it, but it's not. It's all random. But you get these people that are be like, oh, their birthday's coming and they die 3 days before their birthday. I hate that.
That's what happened to Crystal's grandfather.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It was like 5 days before.
It's not fair.
5 days before his 100th.
No.
So the most impressive birthday party, or the most impressive birthday you could ever have, I guess.
That's why I don't believe in God. It's the simple things, because God could easily, if there were one. And this isn't anti-religion, but this is how I sort of think. I was like, that's an easy one for God, if there is a God. Oh, this guy that's been a great, Marco loves him, everyone loves him. He's the greatest, good American. He sings God Bless America when he goes out. He's just been good to everybody. He's a good man. Can we give him 5 days? Nope, can't do it. Sorry, that's just the way that it's just the way the life works.
How can a mere human understand God's plan? You idiot!
You're right. You're right. Too big for my tiny brain.
Yeah. You can't possibly comprehend God's plan. That's the truth.
Oh, this is a good one. This was when you graduated. You finally had to graduate to Pokemon cards because your sons are smart. But there was a time, and you address it in here, that you were doing Tommy and Max cheese ball bath learning is addressed in here. Where I think you were doing math, maybe math or something, and then every time they get something right, you toss them a cheese ball.
Yes.
How's that going?
We stopped doing it. Yeah.
I actually like that idea. I also love the idea of eating potato chips in your shower is awesome.
It's it happens
like something Butler would do.
It happens gradually, and everybody that's a parent will experience it inevitably. But the number one truth is that it's like you get told by parents that have already raised kids that it happens so fast, and then when you're inside of it day to day. Because it's stressful. You're especially taking care of young kids, a lot more work, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, it's not happening fast day to day, even though your days are busy. So that does happen fast, but it's like, you can't see it, right? You can only see it in retrospect. And that's,
true.
It's like, so then you're like, but you take that advice as much as you can and try to enjoy the moments. But it's like, inevitably, they're all of a sudden in middle school, and they're not all this baby stuff you used to do, cheese balls in the bath.
Sleepovers, yeah. I was thinking about that this morning with Maisie. Like, when's the last time that we had a sleepover where we like I slept in her room and we watched like something on her TV that she liked, right? Like the whole and then we get her stuffed animals all ready to go, and I'm like, okay, Daddy's gonna sleep in here tonight. Dude, that's gone.
Oh yeah,
that's gone. That's bye bye.
Yeah.
And I would love that.
Yeah,
I would love to do that again. But
well, it's gone, so stop talking about it.
You're right. You're right.
Shut up.
You know what? I need that. You're right.
You had your chance, and you blew it.
And I blew it. Yeah,
it's gone now, and it's never going to be back. So take that shit.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
Then whatever. Just get over it. It's fine. And then, but anyway, all the baby stuff is got. And then I was like, but I'll still, both my sons will let me do it. I'll pick them up like babies, and I rock them like babies, and they pretend to be babies.
No, Maisie won't let me do that. Not at all. Not like, if I picked her up like a baby, she'd punch me in the cock.
Yeah, no.
Not
my
having
sons will I'm like, you're a baby, and then I'm like, kiss their cheeks, and then I'm like, pretend to be a baby, and then Tommy's like, I'll do it forever.
Yes.
I'll be an old beard.
Do this forever.
I'm dressing like a baby, fucking psycho.
On your deathbed, hold your son as a baby and kiss him as you die.
Yeah.
Has anyone done that?
Yeah. But the funny part is the baby part of it is the least enjoyable. The real baby part of it.
Oh, you don't get anything with that.
That's more for the moms.
A lot of work.
Like my wife wants the baby back more. But when I do see young toddler pictures and when I used the peak wrestling. That's the time I miss, and I still do it with some of my friends' kids.
This is me with sleepovers. Like, dude, I'm telling you, there was a window, and it was great. When you had it, it was outstanding. What age would you say is peak? I'm wrestling in the pool. I'm roughhousing. Put a blanket over me. I'm the monster.
Yeah, it's like 4, 5, 6, so into kindergarten. Really, it's like they start losing it after like first, second. But like that, there's like 4 to 7. is like peak wrestling times, and they're small because that's when I can be the bull. They could ride on my back. I just buck them up. And the bed, our bed, is a huge wrestling ring for them. You could throw them around, and like we tried it the other day. We're like, hey, remember when we used to wrestle?
Well, Tommy's 6 foot tall, dude.
He's
long as hell. It's like throwing a javelin at this boy. Like seriously, how tall is he? He's tall.
Yeah. No. He's up to my goddamn.
He's over me. He's over me.
His forehead is at my mouth. So it's like
Jesus Christ.
It's all lanky and long.
How do you even hold that baby? That's a
tall
baby.
Well, it's like I'm holding a wet lumber. It's all
yeah. Like you're holding a helicopter blade.
Yeah, long as hell.
Built like a helicopter blade. He's thin and fast.
But I used to also, and then I go over all the games with them that we used to play just so they don't forget it.
Do they do the thing where they're conscious? Okay, do they do the thing, Maisie, I catch Maisie doing this, where she understands that it means something to me? So almost she's not willing to pop my balloon so quick. Oh, okay, I'll play along. Like they play along. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like where they're kind of playing along, almost like to help you out a little bit. You're like, you're going through the games and stuff. They're like helping out, but they don't really want to do it. They don't really want to do it.
I think I talk a lot of shit. About, and I'll tell you the truth with like some stuff like that, even when Tommy's, won his first place in 6th grade, his trophy from the 5K that we had no idea. Oh, my wife is beating herself up about it because
you can't do that.
Well, because we didn't stick around. She had to go show houses.
Yeah, but you were told that he hadn't won, so why would you stick around? Had you not asked, okay, maybe I'd beat myself up, but you asked.
I wouldn't have asked. I just assumed.
Mom's asked. She did the right thing. No, she cannot flush her head in the toilet for this. This is not fair.
Yeah, no, I know.
She's beating herself up for something she did not do. She can get mad at that person. But that's not fair. Do you want to talk about that at all, or because she had asked if Tommy won or who won 6th grade, right? Is this the right story?
She had. That's what she says. But I'm like, are you sure they didn't misunderstand you and think who won the whole thing? And they said a name, or whatever. But she said anyway. I trust her. Also, I would have left without even asking because I was like, you got 30 minutes, like 30 minutes and 25 seconds, which is good for your first 5K and being 11 years old. Not as good as your old man. I did it 27 one time back where my foot worked.
Look at that guy.
But
they call him the old 27. Do you want me to still refer to you that as Mr. 27?
But I'm like
Bernie Mac.
The kid that won it did it in 17 minutes, which is fucking insane.
Jesus God!
And he was
he got immediately on a plane to Kenya.
Yeah, and then the sub 20-minute 5K is what like people are trying to achieve, and that's in.
Dude, I'd be happy with a 30. Give me that sweet 30.
Yeah, but anyway, so I was like, there's no way that that is a winning time. I didn't tell him that, but I was thinking it.
Yeah, I think a lot of things. My daughter says a lot of things. I'm like, you're an idiot.
And a kid in his class finished 1 second behind him, and he would have like a friend of his. And then
he can always hold that over that guy.
But then
1 second slower than me. So I'm 1 second faster than you.
They called him up to the office because no one picked up. I imagine they're like, Tommy, they're like, is Tommy Van? They can say like no one shows up. Like weird.
People are left. Where's the ranch king? Where's he at?
No, they don't know him as that in middle school. He's
he left that in elementary. Right?
Yeah. Which we were there today, back as elementary for Max's.
Hey, dog, the ranch king's in. Hey, ranch king, put it in, man.
I can see him when he wants to bring it back. Like he's like, should I? He's like,
should I put my hoodie on and ranch it up a little bit?
When kids were on the microphone thanking the teachers, he's like, it'd have been funny if I went up there and said, hey, the ranch king.
Hey, ranch king says, fuck you.
I'm like, that is so 2005. That's done. That's dead. The ranch king's dead.
What if he would have there? What if he trolled them all? What if he would have there? It's like, release the files. What if he really got them?
He would never ever get on the microphone voluntarily.
That's not his thing.
Oh, hell no.
Not made for that.
Hell no.
But Max.
Oh, he wanted to.
Mr. Microphone.
Yeah.
Maximilian Microphone.
Oh, yeah. Which is so fucking bizarre that
I think it's cool.
Both like that kind of thing is just ingrained in their evolution.
It's cool. For dads, I would argue that for dads, because dads traditionally like dads. We don't want girls. We want boys. I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. Look, you can get mad at me if you want to, get mad.
I'd enjoy the
Most dads want
experience of
boys.
a girl
You would.
being a
Everybody
girl's
do.
dad.
Like, you just want a healthy baby. But I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. When you're a dad, you want someone like you, and moms want someone like them. That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
And you got almost the best of both worlds for a dude because you got two guys, but they're different guys. You got you got a guy that's not wanting the spotlight, that's, maybe a little more introspective, funny, says things to you. Then you got another guy that's super outgoing, will dress the part, wants to perform, and loves getting on the microphone and will improv in front of an audience.
Yeah,
you got it all. You got both.
No, well, I think that's just when you have two kids, they had two different personalities. So it's just a different personality. And
or you can have an only child and he can have two different personalities, and that's just because he's crazy. Split personality.
Although I feel there's a little bit of me that I like that Tommy's like me, but then I'm like, God, I feel like it's a curse. Like he got cursed because it's,
you can reframe that, right? You've done very well for yourself for somebody cursed. You're a good cursed guy.
Yeah, but what's very well?
You have
just
your own
money.
company. You have a wife. You have a family that's beautiful and healthy. You travel the world with your family and get to share adventures with them. And a lot of people would kill to have that life.
No, I understand, and I'm grateful for it. But I mean, like the obliviousness of life that I go through life with, and then the non-emotional part is hard to have a partner with that.
I can't speak on that part.
And then just being oblivious, losing all your shit. You can't have good things if you're like me.
Well, I don't live that, so I won't even pretend to speak on that because that's not me. We're wired differently.
You can never have glasses. You can never have anything good or high quality because you will lose it. It will be lost. It's inevitable. And you could try to teach yourself to take care of your stuff, but it's a lifetime of work to even get. And I'm not even at the point where I can have expensive sunglasses or like.
But do you want to be? Because I don't even think that
Hell
matters
yeah.
to you. Because if it mattered to you, then you'd probably take care of them, right?
Not necessarily, because it's like a ingrained disability where I'm just aloof and
it
not
does
paying
seem like
attention.
that though, because it also on the opposite end, it seems ingrained with me. Also a disability. When I come in here, I have to take my sunglasses off, fold them, and put them in the case. Now let me follow up on that. If I don't have the case and I leave it in the car, my world falls apart. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just as much a disability.
No,
I'm like,
I know.
I have to set these glasses over on my. Now I have to
the
put my
anxiety of
glasses
it,
with no case on my desk. Am I an animal? I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, the anxiety. Yeah, no, everybody's born with some sort of
Disability.
disability.
We're all handicapped, guys.
Yeah. I've not met one person that. God, who's the most perfect person? Who do you think the most perfect listener we have?
The most perfect? We've kicked this around, but we've never truly done it where we've had the person come in.
Because everybody thinks that this person can't be this good. There has to be something bad. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes someone is really good.
I used to think Bustecker was one of those guys,
No. He's not.
But he's not. He's not. I see his flaws now.
I can't even think of someone that has like every good trait, not any sort of hindrance that they deal with.
I'd say my wife, but she's too cheap.
But you know what? It's
and she has a stinky butthole.
I don't know why I laugh so hard at that.
I don't know. It's the funniest thing I can think of to say about my wife is that, like, literally, I was down there and it stunk. Oh man, did it stink!
Well, you know what?
Like, do you even wipe your ass?
Everybody's got a stinky butthole.
Yeah. At one point, everybody does.
Yeah. And everybody has to work hard to make themselves better. Like Tom Brady had to work at it. Like
he had to sacrifice his entire family to be the best at football.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that to be mean. That's what he did.
Yeah, there's always sacrifice.
And guess
that's
what?
The thing.
He is the best. No one can say he's not the best. He is the best.
But he missed a lot of time with his kids. So, you cannot.
And he's really missing time with them now.
You cannot. Yeah. But would you give it all? I think I'd give up time with my kids to be the GOAT. I mean,
what am I
only one GOAT.
What am I the GOAT of? What am I the GOAT of? And I have to give up time with Maisie and Andrea? Or do I have to disconnect myself from them and divorce them?
No, you just give it. Yeah, he's back in. And his kids would be like, I love my dad. He's great. He's an awesome dad. But
they don't know that much about him, I bet.
He did sacrifice it because you have to fucking be on the road training all the time. You know, it's like there's no way to get
interesting thing, and maybe
there's no free lunch.
Maybe this is for another time because, we got to get out of here. But I saw my dad. Normal kids see your dad when he's at his worst, at his weakest.
Okay, all right.
And I don't think Tom Brady's kids have ever seen him like weak. They've only seen him goat. Like my dad, I remember when my dad got let go from Research Institute of America, that was formerly Simon & Schuster, that was formerly Prentice Hall Publishing Company, and he'd worked there 30 years, and he crawled under our family piano on his hands and knees and burst into tears crying and threw up.
Okay.
Have anybody, have they ever seen Tom Brady like
No,
they
no.
haven't.
But
They're insulated, so they don't know anything truly about. They don't know their real dad. I know my dad because I know his weaknesses. I've been in his head.
But a lot of dads never show the weak. I've never showed my son's weakness.
You have to show that. That's important.
I can't do it. It's not weak. But
What if they?
I
What
never
if you
saw
think
any
that?
man.
What if you think you're not showing your weakness, but all you show is weakness, and they know?
I don't know. If you ask them, they've never seen me have any really emotion or screaming or cry. They've never seen me cry.
Well, that doesn't
for sure.
necessarily mean you're weak.
Or they've never seen me like.
But they've seen you fail. They've seen you go to do things and not do a good job. And I think that's
never-
important.
I don't think they've ever seen that.
They've never seen you go to do anything around your house and mess it up, and Crystal yells at you.
Oh,
I mean, that's constantly, isn't it? I
yeah,
mean, like they know that you bumble.
But they just take it as my wife's a bitch.
You've ingrained that in them. Oh, great. That's good. That's good.
They just take it as mom's
good.
mean to dad.
That's the only way to
yeah,
combat it.
and Crystal
Mean
says
old
all the
bitch,
time.
mean old
Crystal's
bitch,
like, my sons are gonna grow up thinking that I'm a mean old
And
bitch.
what do you say? You're like, yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Like,
I'm
don't be a
not
mean old bitch.
yeah, that's what I say. I'm like causing this
You know,
shit.
you turn me
I'm
around on
just
it.
sitting here fucking up, and you're yelling. They don't notice. They don't see when I'm like can't see the car. That. Lots of times I'm like I pass shit. I turn around I'm like, ooh, missed that turn. So they know Dad is scatterbrained. So
But that's just because he's so busy.
That's a
Because he has to keep the family going.
Yeah, little THC.
Maisie,
One day they'll find the drug drawer.
in Maisie's mind, she's already surpassed me.
Oh yeah. Well, she's already surpassed me. She's a fucking high achiever.
No,
she's won a goddamn speech competition today.
She did win.
That's amazing.
She did.
Yeah.
She won all. I think it's Orange County. She won the oration competition. She won her class, and then she won her school, and now she won the next step. And now I guess she goes to the next step, which is like Florida.
So
and then next step, she's governor of Florida.
yeah, no, she'll be. If I bet on it, if
Yeah.
Kalshi put up odds that what Maisie's
into it.
achievements, I'll bet on her right
She's
now.
competitive.
We'll end with this.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Because I'll say it on this show just in case it would be buried here. So don't tell my sons. But so Tommy did get that first place trophy
That's
for a
awesome.
thing, but I think it was a rare case because, like I said, his 5K time was 30 minutes. It's not that impressive.
Why are you doubting him, man? Let him
Well,
have
no,
it.
I'm saying, and I know we're running. You know, I'm saying like 30-minute 5K.
You say you know a lot of things.
Yeah, but it's like any runner will tell you a 30-minute 5K is an average 5K, really. Anyway, so he didn't. They didn't like put him up. They would have called his name, and he got up and the podium finished first place. Right.
Pretty cool.
I thought to myself, and I'll never tell him this, but I'm like, that may be the only chance in your entire life that you have ever won first place at something.
Oh, you think that's gone now?
And then that was your only opportunity.
That was his
we
shot
fucked
to
up.
win. No.
Me and Crystal never won first place in anything, and we never got a first place trophy in anything because we're not,
Well, you weren't into stuff. So
Yeah.
if you're not into stuff, you're not going to put
And
yourself
no,
out
that's
there. You're not going to win it.
Tommy's not into stuff either.
Gotcha.
So, and then the chance of getting first is like podium,
Yeah.
whatever, third. I'm a good third. I was, or whatever, top 10. I could maybe achieve that, but first is rare.
But you can reframe it. Like, he did get first, but he did it on his terms. He doesn't like
He won't care.
It's kind of like me graduating from college, right? My mom wanted me to walk. That's all she wanted me to do. She wanted to be in the crowd and watch me walk with my cap and gown on and get my diploma from UCF. And I told her, I said, I'm not going to do that. I do not want to walk. I do not want to be in front of that environment. I don't want people clapping for me. I'm not going to do it. I put my foot down. It doesn't take anything away from my college degree. He still won first, and he got to do it on his terms. He didn't have to get up there and get embarrassed. He don't like that.
No, he don't want it. He don't care.
So he's good.
But I'm saying this may be his only opportunity, and I know that as dad, like to ever accept the first place trophy, because I'll never accept a first place trophy in the rest of my life.
Not even from charity golf.
Well, I mean, the bowling. First, I didn't even win that when
I think randomness
small
can happen.
bowling.
Best dressed at the Mo. I got best dressed last year and I was injured.
Yeah. No, that's subjective. I don't mean subjective. I mean competition, athletic competition, first place. That's rare to get first in an athletic competition. And
that's good though.
No, but I'm saying I will never get that. You'll never get it.
With that attitude, though, I say
my wife will never get it.
I do think I will say something serious. If we're being serious, and I know you're being maybe serious or maybe not serious, but if we're being serious,
why would I say that?
I do think this. I think you limit yourself and your family when you look at it and be like, well, he'll never get another one. I think that's limiting. Why even say that? Why even put that out
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, but
I
why?
never tell him that.
It's such bad energy. It's just something I would never say. I was just like,
doesn't matter.
Energy does matter. Energy does matter.
This energy, is going to come and affect the rest of his life.
Attitude absolutely matters.
No.
That's proven.
I'm there cheering. I'm like, please, first.
But you're not. If you've already decided in your brain that he's only going to get that one, then no.
I'm just trying to find a funny angle.
Okay. All right. You want to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Enjoy your OG show of the week, originally from, let's see here, December 3rd of 2021.
Oh, I forgot this is on Twitch.
It is on Twitch. And we will we'll see you on the BDM show. I could cut that out.
No, I'm just fucking. Yeah, obviously.
What's up, dude? Hey
guys.
How are you?
What's up, dude? Yeah, how are you?
Very good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Let me save this.
Good. Come grab a seat.
Man, I remember I came here so many years ago.
Yeah, with Brunch Bros, I think. Yeah, we'll put you right here. Good to see you, dude.
How are you, buddy?
Well, I've seen you.
Good?
I'm good now because we got it done, and
You guys are talking about that. I'm standing there holding my freaking sunglasses. Like, I wish I left them in the car.
oh yeah. You're one of those guys. Which side are you on? Are you put them in the case all the time?
I have one good pair like you, and that's it. And when I bring them out, I'm like, with the case.
I have to put them in the case,
Yeah.
and it's a curse though, because you start putting them in, and then you don't have your case, and then you freak out,
Then that's it.
and then you can't act like an adult. We're just gonna talk about you, if that's okay.
Please.
A brief origin story, and rip through, and then congrats on the move, man. That'll be cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm ready to make a life change.
Yeah, man. I think that'll be great. Let me just save one file, and then we will be good. Okay. Perfect. Oh, Tracy's saying, I want to move to London. We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now, so they're all...
Okay.
I should warn you of that. John is saying hello.
Don't worry, I'm used to live content. That's fine.
Yeah, this is what you do now, right? And you're going to
Yeah.
continue to.
I'll see what I do from the UK. It's a little bit more hard, obviously, to cover Orlando soccer teams.
Yeah, I
from the
would
UK.
imagine.
There are people who do it.
What about your
we'll
Stoke
see.
stuff? Are you still going to do a lot of that?
I've been doing Stoke stuff.
Yeah, I've been following along with it. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know. I'm trying to do my own thing, my own YouTube and everything as well, so I can have options and see where I land.
Hell
see
yeah,
what I end
man.
up doing.
We're, we try to do that game too. YouTube's hard, especially when we're such a weird case in that we're almost like legacy media meets new media. So we're not truly YouTube, and we're not.
You guys were pioneers. You're ahead of your time, man.
Yeah,
For
but we're old
sure.
guys now,
No,
and
I remember when you guys left the radio, and I was like, "That's wild. They're gonna go out on their own." I'm so impressed by that. And now look where you are here, right?
Yeah.
So, but you did that way before other people.
it's
were
just
doing
so
it, I
much
think.
of a grind, like it's.
Yeah, but you control your own destiny. That's the difference. You're not beholden to sponsors because you choose what you want to do.
That's true, but
and
most of our sponsors are cool and know what
Yeah,
we're gonna
right?
do
Like, yeah,
anyway.
that's the beauty of it, because I think at a certain point some people are just making YouTube content for the clicks, for the views, and at that point it's just like, well, what are you? Then you're basically the same as just doing it for the sponsors, right? You want to make stuff that you want to make. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
That's what you guys do. That's awesome. Like,
I mean, it's
studio-
I'm doing it for the money, John.
I would say that's how we
don't-
started. I would say that's how we started.
Please, you guys
But
have
how
the
we're
coolest
finishing
job.
is.
Look at this.
All right. That's your mic. You got your headphones on. Just get that close to the mic when you talk on it, please. And you
Yeah.
can move it wherever you want. Like,
Is this where you want me?
Yeah. I mean, or
Is
you
this
can sit
good?
back and get comfortable, man, if you
Okay.
want to. But you can move that thing closer to you.
Are you happy there?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's that.
Alrighty.
Looks good. Sounds good. All right, Mr. Van.
Can you turn off the mics for 1 second?
Yeah,
I gotta tell John
absolutely. In 3, 2, bye, guys. We'll see you later. Secrets. I love doing that. We did that live too. So everybody's like, "Oh, fuck you, Dan." Okay, yeah, we can't curse. I got my cursing out.
Oh man.
I got my cursing
I
out.
just wanted to ask John. I was like, hey, I want to talk about this thing.
I'm
just
glad
in
you
case
did
you're like,
that.
oh shit, I don't want to bring that up.
Because you're a pro. This guy's a pro. He don't want to rattle with anybody. No, seriously, that's a good move. Because
That's a good
I
move.
would just be like, "Let's do it live."
See,
All
that's
right.
what I do. I just throw it at them and then see what happens. And
Yeah,
'cause I
no,
want that, you know.
No, I know.
Yeah. You're not trying to bamboozle me, Tom. I
No,
appreciate that.
no.
Everybody, this is what they think of you. Everybody's like, "He's talking gambling. He's getting the edge." No, he's
Gambling.
not. He's not.
No. I want to
Yeah.
do that. I mean, a long
The
time
gambling's
ago.
also exaggerated. I don't even think you do that as much as you. And you don't even do that. Like, it's not like you set aside hours a day.
Oh no, not hours.
I
but
think people
I'm on
think
there
that.
every once in a while.
I think people think that you like
No,
every
I
night
could
when you
even-
get
I don't
home,
have
you're just
time.
like
Yeah, yeah.
typing out. He doesn't do that.
Like honestly, I've like probably 15 minutes. I just look at the market.
And you put a little in your ears when you're working out.
I look at Cal's
Right?
Oh yeah, I still listen to all that shit.
All right. Here we go. Let's do it.
All right.
This is fun. Mr. Van, why don't you start?
Sure.
This is for what?
Coming back. This will air next Tuesday. Just
next Tuesday. Here we go. Coming back in 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time on the couch. Our friend John Rollins is here. How you doing, John?
What's up, guys?
You
Long
get a
time no
big
see.
horn blast. We haven't talked to you in forever.
Yeah. When's the last time you were in the studio? Was it with Brunch Bros?
Yeah, that was like what 2015 or 2016, something like that. 10 years ago.
With our friend Jordan.
You guys saw Jordan around? He come on? That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, Jordan. We see smatterings of Jordan around this area because of the connection between Cholo Dogs and Tactical Brewing up here. They're always doing their belly flop. Franco's belly flop contest is always right up here, one street over from our studio. And Jordan pops in here sometimes when he's doing all the bowls and working with High Five and then
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, they
yeah.
just did the soccer bar.
Yeah, shout out to High Five and Jordan. We would like to work with you guys in the near future.
You know what's weird is, and I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the years of the late teens and 15
I love
through
late teens.
to 19 is
Release the files.
they get blurred because COVID was such a timestamp in your life's history, or everybody remembered the 2020. It was what that was, and then coming out of it. And then it's kind of like it was before that, but I can't remember the 15, 16, 17, the 19, it's all what was that? What was that like?
Yeah.
It's what was I
From
doing?
2010
It
to
was-
COVID.
the kids were babies.
I got nothing. 2010 to
What?
COVID, I got nothing.
That was like my peak years.
Yeah. I like that, yeah. I remember my peak years. It's sad remembering your peak years because you have to tell yourself
That
it's
was
never
great.
getting better than that.
Well, a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know that, John Rollins, obviously you know the name from Orlando City Soccer. You've been part of Orlando City since the beginning when we were working there, all the way back from the USL Pro days when and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you were pretty much a guy, on the, staff that was like, what needs done? Well, this guy can do anything.
Yeah.
Plug all holes. John Rollins, wherever we need help, because back in the days before we were a major league soccer franchise, it was really, really, really homegrown, really, really small business.
Yeah. People don't realize how
People
small
don't
it was.
understand that this was like a movie. This was like a Savannah Bananas type scenario where me and Tom are at a rental truck store looking at trucks to try and plan a party barge, paint it purple, put an Xbox in it and a TV so we can have something for fans of Orlando City Soccer at a tailgate party. Everything was done by everybody. There wasn't when you were in the marketing department, we worked adjacent to you. I remember you were in merch too, and which looked like like just the hardest job in the world. Like he was in charge of all the merchandise for an entire soccer team.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
But
no, thank you, sir. Too hard.
But it was way, like, let's talk about how small Orlando City was when it started. It was just, it like a small USL Pro team has how many staff, would you say?
Oh, man. I mean, the Winter Park offices was probably like 50 full-time staff, if that, not even.
Because
compared to right now, Orlando City has how
like
much?
About 250 probably full-time.
Yeah, it's at least like 5 to 6 times what we had. I remember when, you or Kay or somebody would pull the door for a meeting. Tom and I didn't even believe we should be in any of these meetings. They'd pull the door, an all-staff meeting. It'd be like 50 people in a boardroom. Or 40 people in a boardroom with the door shut. That's how few people were working on this team.
Oh, yeah.
So, John, I know you've done some Orlando City podcasts.
Well, you kind of reinvented it, right? Like, can you talk about that a little bit? Like, when did you decide that Orlando City needed, like sort of a more visible or more, I think, active, like really, and almost like I would say, consistent, podcasting sort of entity. When did you take that over, and what was your decision behind taking it over?
Honestly, I stopped working at the club, and I was just a fan. Like, I'm such a soccer fan that I'm always thinking about Orlando City, and then at a certain point I got to do something with all this information and all these opinions, right? So I was like, I'm gonna join a podcast. So I joined Loud and Proud Orlando that was already existing, and then we just really kind of ran with it and took it off and said we're going to make this a community, because that's really, with sports podcasts, it's more about a place for fans. And every fans have multiple podcasts they listen to, but if you can kind of encapsulate what the fans are looking for and have that conversation the same way that you guys have your Tom and Dan community, that's all we were trying to do, is build an Orlando City fan base and be somewhere to talk about the game, and also educate people. So many people here, they love soccer, but they don't really know ball, like we would say, right? Sure. They don't really get soccer. I know you do, Dan, because of all your years watching Arsenal.
Well, yeah. Well, and
there's a difference, right, between a casual and a, oh no, I get it. So that's what we're trying to educate people and get them to understand. This is how the business of soccer works, and how Orlando works with the business of soccer, different from Miami or other places.
Oh, without a doubt. And anybody that was there, you were very lucky if you happen to be a fan of Orlando City soccer, if you're a supporter, and you started in those USL days and sort of in 2015 migrated with all of us into MLS, then I kind of feel like you're a lifer, because you were part of that sort of that we birthed something, right? It was like a creation of truly something. Now, and hopefully you can speak on this a little bit, and I've been pretty critical, and because I love the club. This is my hometown club.
Yeah.
And very early on, I was told, hey, because I am an Arsenal supporter, but I was told, hey, have you ever had a soccer club in your city? And I was like, well, of course not. In America, you'd be very lucky to have one. We are very lucky in Orlando that we have a Major League Soccer franchise here. Not in England, you get a club. Most little cities or little towns or townships or, boroughs or whatever you want to call them, they have a club that you can kind of get behind. And there is more of a family sort of a connection to it. Mm-hmm. I have that with Orlando City. And now the way that we're starting this particular season is really, really rough, man, because I'm coming in really hard with the kid watching and the new jersey, and I'm excited about it.
Brutal.
So if you could talk about that for a second, the ups and downs. If you're coming in just to watch Orlando City now and you're frustrated, I would understand you should be frustrated
100%.
Because we are, in my opinion, the Florida club. And nothing chaps my ass more than knowing that Miami is trying to claim that now. And the last time we did meet them, it was not pretty. So can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's I think, first of all, clubs change and grow, right? And I think that's, so many people talk about oh, it's not what it was in the USL days. 100%. It's never going to be that. That's because it was a unique thing. It was a family vibe, and it was a small business, and businesses grow, businesses change. look at what happened with Wrexham. Do you think Wrexham is anything like it was 5 years ago? No, it's like this
Not even
mega
close.
corporation now.
Yeah.
And they're in the championship. They want to be a Premier League club. And so it's not going to feel like it did 5 years ago. And that's the same with Orlando City. So I think from the nostalgia point of view, you have to understand that now we are a big club or bigger club,
Bigger
right?
club, yeah.
In the world and in USA. And we have to compete like that. And more recently, yeah, of course, like our neighbors to the south, they signed Lionel Messi. What drives me crazy about that is there are people that are just Messi fans. They're not Miami fans, right? They're literally just Messi fans. So you see them supporting him in our own stadium. That kills you, right? And that makes you upset. And you talking about bringing your kid there and watching us lose 4-2 and how horrific that was.
It was rough.
But you know what that's doing? That's instilling in what we call in like the soccer football world is like, that's like good lore, right? That's good grit. That's good, something to educate the kid under, because in the future when you win, it's even sweeter. You got to have the good and the bad times. And I think being an American fan in general of sports is like a lot of the time they just want to support winning teams.
Are we more casual with it? We're not as like.
I think especially in Orlando, like it's not necessarily the hardcore fans, right? I think other cities will weather the storm more than here. Your hardcores are going to be there, but they'll only fill out about half the stadium at the moment. So the casuals that come, they want to come because it's fun and exciting, and they see winning soccer.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine, but in terms of like being a soccer fan, it's really about the badge, and it's about, thick and thin. And right now, Miami are on top, but there was 5 years ago where they were bottom of the table, like, and we were one of the better teams.
Oh, they still never beat.
Right?
I mean, that was the first time they've ever beaten us at home.
So
let the record reflect that
it's ups and downs.
It is so lopsided on who is as far as wins goes. That's us. Like, let's make no bones about that.
How many years do you think Messi will even play?
I think he's maybe got another 2 or 3 years because he wants to open the stadium down there, and he's probably going to get ownership. It's not verified, but there's a lot of talk that he's part owner down there.
Yeah.
So it's like a longevity thing for him, open up the stadium, be a big part of that, make Miami such a big franchise that he's going to make money years and years from now.
There are
being
rumblings
MLS
that this
owner.
It's all business.
But there are rumblings that this won't be his last stop. That he'll actually jump from this team to another team.
Always talk of him going. Like, I think his heart wants to go back to Barcelona, but they don't, like, and also, like I said, the money thing now, his interests are here because all the cash.
And by the way, that is a negotiation technique which every player and every high-end agent uses, where they're always putting out, my client will leave at any point because because that's the only leverage you have.
True, yeah.
So think about it. And when we're talking about the amount of money that Messi and some of the organizations and players have, like their entire business of like lawyers and agents and stuff like that, they constantly, like, if he makes money, they all make money, and they're constantly manipulating the media just to put out stuff so that they get paid the most possible.
And that's so much of what we do on the podcast is like filtering through all that noise
Yes,
to be like, no, like that's not true because this is some random source from some kid in Brazil who's just making shit up, right? So
yeah. Or it's the agent putting out stuff, the narrative, and like it's always wheeling and dealing. Like there's huge money here. It's business at the end of the day. Like these players want to make the most money for themselves,
and they should.
And it's international too. So you've got guys screwing you over from other countries that have nothing. They're like just out of Spain they're saying this, but out of America they're saying this, and it's the same transfer. You're getting completely different messages from different countries.
Yeah, every team wants someone of that status just for the marketing. If that if Messi's a part of any team, your marketing goes bananas, and then your team will make money.
Well, do we know the jersey stats on Messi? I mean, it's got to be off the chart.
Insane. Yeah, and he gets direct cut from Adidas.
Oh my God, he's right in the vein of Adidas. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, and Apple TV. He got cut of prescriptions there.
Holy smokes! And he got some of my money then.
He's making something like $90 million in separate sponsorship deals that have nothing to do with the ones that he gets from the league and his contract. The biggest thing about that and the issue with American sports in that world is like because it's a franchise model, everyone's paying for that. So there's just like this idea of like, okay, so we're all paying for a player, does that, and they make more money when he's in the final. So you start to question, like we had a Leagues Cup game last year where the reffing was so bad that it really made you feel like they wanted Miami in the final.
Yes, yeah.
And as soon as they get in the final, they sell like 70,000 tickets. Like, I don't want to be too tinfoil hat guy, but there are some times where you go, like, are they giving favorable calls because they know they make more money when Miami do better?
Yes,
Right, right.
And it's not
Which also fuels the conspiracy theories of our fans to think that every time Lionel Messi points at a referee that he gets his way.
I mean,
which does appear to be.
There's a lot of that.
I mean, Google that on YouTube and watch. There's compilations of it
from
now.
Barca, Argentina, all the teams. He's always done that.
So this happens in sports. I'm glad you brought this up, John, because this causes a lot of conspiracy theories where, like, even in the NFL or NFL's rigged, or like any sport, you start like, oh, it's the gambling. There's the collusion. There's the refs are in it. So I do believe that there is a psychological effect that happens in all sports, right? Where, okay, the MLS is a business, right? Everybody gets paid. So, like, every team and player and personnel and ref that is getting paid, technically, it's all team-based, but it's all a broader company, and that's
moving down the track.
And that's the MLS, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes what's good for the broader company that everybody kind of knows, like, hey, so it's like Miami making the final, right? So without the referees even having to be told by someone, which they never do because it would come back to bite them in the ass if there's any secret recording or email or something, like, they're never doing any of that because it could cause a tremendous amount of marketing damage, so they'll never do. But the referees, I truly believe, in their minds, they know, like, hey, Miami making to the finals with Messi, whatever, like, good marketing for the entire league.
How much more money with it? It could be $100 million more.
Oh, man.
It could be more than that.
High
right?
tides, like, raise all boats kind of thing. And then they could be psychologically, like, people have biases that they are not even aware of. And if they took a lie detector, they'd pass it. But because that bias is so ingrained, that could happen. And then the refereeing is very subjective in the MLS and soccer in general in that sport. And that could just be that. And we all saw it happening.
I hate to say it's part of the fun.
Honestly,
I don't like saying that.
They try to fix it with VAR, just made it even more of a mess.
It made it crazier. It made it crazier because now there's like a section of time that they've isolated for your anxiety.
Let's nitpick.
And they're like, let's put this over, and then let's put the ref's face real big on TV and let's analyze him looking into the screen. It's worse. Just let the ref call it as he see it. Move on.
Yeah. It's supposed to be for clear and obvious.
And
things.
I was a VAR guy, by the way. I'm backtracking on everything I said about it making it better. I don't think it makes it better. It slows everything down. And now every sport does it. The NBA is doing it now, and it is the slowest process. NBA games are very similar to Orlando City games. They're very fast. You watch the Magic and you watch City, it's a fast game. Not anymore. Not anymore.
So I want to talk about this real quick while we have some time, because, and this is what I asked John if he before the show started.
Yeah, this is a big secret.
Because
this is the secret.
We've mentioned it before.
Well, he's a friend of ours, and we don't want to air our friends out. Put him in the spot.
But John knows Adrien Heath, and we all
better than we do. We spend a lot of time with Adrien, but I know John knows him better than we do.
But this is why, and I think this is why the story is so fascinating to me, because I've spent time with Adrien Heath, and when we used to work with Orlando City, and he was the coach I only knew when I worked there. And I mean,
he'll always
to him a lot.
be, like some Arsenal fans, Arsene Wenger is going to be their guy until the end of time.
Legend of the club.
He's my Arsene Wenger. And having my own club with my own coach, that's my coach for life, is Adrien Heath.
Also, is someone I respect a lot, and if no one,
I also got really drunk with him at the porch here in town and almost couldn't get home. So that's fun. That's fun. On wine, of all
Everyone
things.
has a story like that.
On wine at the porch. He's have a glass of wine, Dad. Have another glass. Your wife.
You can't leave yet.
You're right. You're right.
There's also,
my God,
like,
I got hammered.
And a lot of people
on wine. I don't drink wine.
Like, there's a phenomenon with me when, and it happens with older real men too that have the same effect, but with something with a professional coach. Like, when you're around a professional coach has a personality that I will do anything they say.
It's a magnet. It's a magnet.
Like immediately I trust and bond with a professional coach. And I'm like, please coach me. I'll do whatever.
You're right.
Tell me to run.
He has that coach. There's a coach.
And other coaches, I've been around other professional professional coaches they have a personality that you almost are like, I'll do anything for you. Like, and
It's the aura.
Yeah, the aura of professional coaches. Like, do
and I'm sure it has to do with just his reps of communication, right?
He has old school English coach aura, which is like vibes. Like you just like whatever you say, boss.
True.
Yes,
dying
Gaffer.
breed style.
Yes, Gaffer. What do you want, Gaffer?
Gaffer. True dying breed style. Yeah. So, you don't get a lot of that.
Run through fire for that, man.
So I'm gonna kind of give you the loose talking points of this, but you can go read the article, which is it was in the Athletic. Just search Adrien Heath was kidnapped, and you can read the story.
Sounds like a ridiculous thing that you can type into.
It's spread around. Like New York Times covered the Athletic article
by Paul Tenorio, who's from Orlando. He used to cover Orlando City. Okay, that's why he got the story, because he's old friends with Adrien.
Okay,
wow, I didn't know that.
There you go.
So we knew you were the right guy to talk to about this.
Yeah. And then before you say like, oh, why don't you guys reach out to? We have. I don't think he wants to do another interview. He did one.
We did. I don't feel like this
national press. I'm sure he's been.
I think this is the one and done. I think you talk about it and you put it to bed.
He's also the type of personality that, from what I know, and again, I don't know him too well, but if from that, he's the type of personality that didn't. And there's a reason he didn't even talk about this for a long time, and he released the story. He did the interview because he wanted to try to stop other coaches from being, because this has apparently happened 2 times before him and 1 time after.
Yeah,
and
they're still investigating.
So anyway, the long and the short of it was like he had spent 15 years continuously coaching, and then right after Minnesota, he was like in a break. You know, he's got kids and grandkids, and he was talking about that, but he had another coaching opportunity that sprung up. Right, and he's like, well, he was like mulling it over, and then he's like, you know what, maybe I will do it.
Was it a Saudi league or what was it? What was it?
It was the Saudi.
I think it was.
Yes. Was it a Saudi league?
It was an international league. Maybe
it was
Saudi Arabia.
Qatar, not Saudi. Sorry.
And then so a manager or some person that had a reputation for working amongst, I guess,
international
football
recruiting
leagues.
agent.
Yeah, an agent, and then reached out and like, hey, this league may be interested, and the interview's in Morocco, right? So he's like, in the article, he's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I feel like I can coach again. Whatever. So he goes to the interview in Morocco.
Why not?
And he goes and meets the people. They get waiting for him with his name on the plane and stuff. They get in the car and they're like, hey, we're gonna go and take you to one of the owners and we'll talk to him, whatever. And he's driving, and he said like things. He starts getting more and more suspicious. Like, where are we going?
He started seeing residential areas.
Yeah, he's like getting off the highway and stuff.
He's like, I'm in a town.
So they take him to an apartment.
This is not the Ritz.
Yeah. This doesn't look like this is an interesting meeting.
So and there's some details in this story. With like, if I have to do a true crime podcast where we start questioning some details where it's like odd, and this is where conspiracy theories happen. But it's like we're gonna talk about it. So then he goes to this apartment, and then it becomes obvious. Like, they pull a knife out, they sit him in a chair, and they're like, hey, you're gonna call your wife and make her wire 6 figures, they said in the article, over to this account, and make her wire, so he knows at this point he's being kidnapped and then held for ransom, and then the kidnappers make him call his wife Jane and ask to transfer money. So he does this, and then in the middle of the conversation, I don't know if Jane, and this is where it's like fuzzy, where if she realized, like, obviously she realized something was off, and even before that, just like he didn't contact her normally, and all the stuff.
They have a routine, husbands and wives, especially them, and I know them. I spent good time with them. She is amazing.
Great woman.
Just a beautiful and a wonderful and the kindest, sweetest human you would ever, and it would strike me that their bond, like, she would know, and like Andrea would know, Crystal would know with you. He didn't sound right.
Adrien would he would just immediately be like, ask her a question for something he needed, right? And so like I think she would immediately be like, why is he saying like what? Like this is not.
This is not.
This
him.
is never would he ask me to transfer all this money randomly on a whim.
No,
Correct.
of course. Oh,
Correct.
Even I'm sure his first hello, she knows something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally,
a partner knows this is not normal. So anyway, he asks her to transfer the money. She comes up with the brilliant plan of like, hey, a couple weeks ago we changed our bank account and your name's on it. I can't transfer any amount of money.
You have to
do
that because you open the accounts. Oh, that's so brilliant.
Both our names are on the accounts, which is true. But one person can't just the other person needs to sign off. Like me and Daniel's business account.
That is true. I hate that because there's so much I want my wife to do for me with my bank account, and I can't because I have to be there. I'm like, just do it for me, please.
It's emasculating when you're like,
you're like on the phone.
Can you talk to my wife about this? Thank you.
I hate permission.
I hate that this happens. Any financial with the Dennis household, anything financial that's me, my wife will be like, yes, he's right here. Hold on, and hand me the phone. I'm like, yes, she can do it, and then I hand it back to her. That's how much of a veal. I'm a little veal man.
Emasculating.
Yeah, it is.
My wife,
do you do that too?
I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, this could be a stranger, by the way.
Yeah, who is this?
This could be my wife's other guys who cheat on me.
Are you my wife's lover?
Yeah. How do you verify it's me? You're just gonna trust any man's voice?
And
what
how
about a woman's voice?
My God, how insulting would it be if your wife was cheating on you and she got you on the phone with her lover just for you to be like, yes, you can do anything to my, and then he's like, okay. Oh my God, that's so insulting.
Like,
that's a slap in the face.
This is your security protocols? Like, can I speak to your husband? I'm like, yes, this is probably her using a man's voice. Anyway.
And I heard the guy one time because Andrea's like, he's right here, hands me the phone. I'm like, she can speak for me, Bank of America. And then when I went to hand the phone back, I heard the person on the line go, that sounds just like him. It sounds weak. I heard that. Sounds like a weak man.
So then she's like, I can't transfer the money. He's got to be in the account, whatever. And like,
which is brilliant.
And they keep him for like 2 days. He's in the like.
We had to sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And the part that rattled me too is he's sleeping on the couch, and he's apparently the kidnappers are keeping him at their own residence, or somebody connected with the kidnapping's residence. And he's laying on the couch, and he locks eyes with like one of the children from the kidnapper, like one of the sons, like a little boy, from one of the kidnappers, and like has this moment where it's like becomes like, oh my God, I'm never gonna see my grandkids or my son again,
he
or
talks about that
my beautiful wife, or like and that just got me.
They thought that they may kill him. Like, of course, anybody's thinking that. As soon as you're kidnapped, you're like, oh, these people are gonna kill me. Like, I think
that with good situations, anything. Right. I go into McDonald's, I'm like, these people could kill me.
I think that with every guest.
Yeah, I think it with you right now. I'm very nervous. What do you think my cane's right here?
Every time I get on I-4, I'm like, I could die right now.
You could. That's true. That's a dangerous road. You're good to get out of here for that. That's a bad road.
So, and again, you could read this all for yourself.
It's in the Atlantic.
So then, while this is happening, Jane contacts
Adrian's wife Jane.
Contacts Harrison Heath, which we've known too.
Correct.
Adrien Heath's son, and then also some close members of the family saying like, this is happening. Also Caitlin Kyle from the U.S. Women's National Team.
Well, Canadian.
Oh, Canadian.
She's Canadian.
Women's National
Also,
Team.
Apple TV host.
Yes, Caitlin Kyle.
Also, just full on smoke show. I just have to say that. I mean, she might be the most beautiful woman in soccer.
They got good genes.
Yeah, my God, those children are they look like angel babies.
They got 2 soccer players for parents, so
Yeah, they're good. They'll be fine.
So, and then also Harrison Heath played with someone who's an FBI agent's son. In soccer
down in Miami, right?
Yeah, down in Miami, which is also like just random, like, and then
I didn't know this detail.
And that gets mentioned in the Atlantic. So
he just used his contact. He's like, I'm gonna call it my buddy.
So here's where, like,
this is where it pays to know people, right?
Yeah, this is where it starts to get a little crazy.
But also this was never talked about for like 1 year after it happened. This happened in November of 2024. It came out in 2025. This past year, like 6 months ago, is when it came out, like a year later. And it came out, and the article talks about it after Adrien found out this happened before and one time after. And then he's like, I got to put the word out so something changes, because they're like figuring out how to kidnap people. And then who knows if this is going to keep happening. So then, so this is where, and who knows how anybody would act in this scenario.
But this is the craziest part of the story, I think.
So Caitlin Kyle realizes, like, hey, have anybody checked the Find My Phone app to see if he's, like, you could track his app?
Which checks out. She's a very savvy player. I think she's at one point captain of the Canadian women's national team. I mean, that's a smart lady there.
Which, by the way, my wife, as soon as I got off, she'd be looking at where my location.
He's driving through Morocco. I see it.
She looked at my location location
He's
every
cheating
day.
on me in Morocco.
Every day she looks at my location, so this would not, like, my wife would immediately, like, he's there. So that's suspicious of me. So, but then Caitlin Kyle says,
Apple has helped every wife LoJack their husband.
Yeah, they really have.
This
They
is
really
why
have.
I'm an Android.
It works both ways, though.
Get that.
Sometimes I check my wife to see how long I have at home alone, if you know what I'm saying.
Like,
I'm in the bathroom.
Where is she? How
I'm
long
in the
do I
bathroom.
have?
How long? Oh, I hear the garage.
like, obviously, that's not the reason I'm not cheating on my wife, but it is probably
It's a low-key deterrent, I'd
It's,
say.
it stopped cheating by
You'd have to, like,
25%.
leave your phone at work.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, yeah. Then you're like the
Yeah.
first 48 murderers have caught on to leaving your
You
phone.
get your burner out.
Yeah.
You're like, this is just my cheater burner.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I drop mine off at the gym, then I'll cheat. Like, I always at the gym again. Oh, yeah, I know your trick.
That's why you're so sweaty.
We found
So-
a phone at the toilet.
So anyway, so then Caitlin Kyle says, "Has anybody checked to find my?" And then they're like, "No." And then they look at it, and then they find his location in Morocco, right? So this is the odd part to me, and I'm just not that, but who knows again how?
Well, it wouldn't be the first thing you would do, I feel like.
Because I feel like in this scenario, I would then contact the FBI and be like, he's been kidnapped and here's his location. But they sent to his phone, like, I know where your location's
I know
at.
what you did last summer.
Yeah,
Basically what they said,
and
right?
then the kidnappers now know where his location's at, right? So then Adrien didn't know this because
That's
they
a
had his
gamble.
phone.
That's the part
Yeah,
that rattles me and Tom is because, like, I have seen the movies where they're like,
Well, then they move
we
him.
know where you are. Or, like, they say, we know where you
Yeah.
are. And they're like, well, we must kill
Yeah,
we must
that's
kill
it.
him now.
Yeah.
That's my villain voice.
I don't know why. I guess I wouldn't. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, you would think, great, we know. Let's not alert. Let's say alert the authorities that we
Instead-
know where he is right now.
So they can call the Morocco police,
Yeah.
surround him, and
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and get
Yeah,
him.
but maybe that's your answer right there, Moroccan parade.
How bad are you as a kidnapper if you don't immediately take the guy's phone away and throw the SIM out or like throw it in the? You know what? Why
Maybe
is
they were
he-
Android guys.
Like
they
they're
don't know
getting
their way
to
around
use
the
his phone, and they didn't think that they could track his phone.
Here's the thing.
Tom
Come
asked
on.
the same thing, by the
Come
way.
on.
We're often, and before I get skeptical, I'm like, what the hell happened? But we're often tricked by movies and thinking that kidnappers are always professional.
They're smart.
Like smart, high, intelligent, jewel thieves that
Yeah.
can, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Super geniuses.
Like they've actually planned it and not
Yeah.
just doing it on a whim.
this
Right.
could be just some dodos.
Yeah.
And plans go bad sometimes. Sometimes you forget steps.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the maybe the guy was supposed to turn off the phone and he
Yeah.
just got too excited and didn't do it.
And
Lucky for Adrien.
And what I know for sure, there are more dodos than super geniuses. So there it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be it. So anyway, but
That's true.
they do say
That's why people love wrestling.
they text his phone like, "Hey, we know where your location's at," which I would never do because I would assume that they just throw away his phone and move him, and now I never find him again. So like, I would never give that information to them, which is the only weird part of this whole. And I'm sure a lot of other people that read the story are like, why did that happen? And we probably never know. And again, I guess
Could have been an impulse, right?
Yeah, it could have been like, hey, yeah, it could.
Like, I have it. Text like
because you're also and you're panicked. You haven't slept.
It's like me when people
know.
insult me on Twitter. I don't give it a beat.
Yes,
I
yeah,
reply
yeah.
immediately. Be
You're
like,
right.
F you. You know.
But like, where's the FBI strategist at this point, right? Like, I feel like it should have been escalated to like immediately, like, okay, what are we doing? We know this is a thing.
But I don't think they were involved.
It was so early in this process.
Yeah, in the
Yeah, I
beginning.
guess.
So,
Agreed.
but as soon as they do this, like 3 days in, and like the FBI, the police is not involved.
Yeah.
But as soon as they do this, the kidnappers like get your bag, and they drop them off at the airport.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
And-
They get the text message basically from the family saying, "Hey, we know your location now," and that rattles the kidnappers enough to basically load up his bag, throw him in the SUV, drive him to the airport, dump him out, and say, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah, then he buys whatever ticket to Europe he can get, and then flies to Europe, then flies back to the United States. Then, like for
Then
a
he
year,
lays low.
Yeah, for a year he didn't talk about it, but I guess
God, that would rattle
the
your bones.
The FBI was involved
Yeah,
because
later.
they had him under protection for like months.
Yeah.
Because I guess a standard protocol when someone gets kidnapped.
That's
they're
gotta
like-
feel cool, right? Even though it's torturous, like when you have FBI detail like
Yeah.
following you around because they're protecting you, makes you feel like you've earned it, right? It's like, I was like, it's cool.
That's kind of cool, but
That
I don't think I
is-
want to go through it.
Yeah,
just
I don't
for
want to go
that.
through it either, but I'm just saying, like, if you're going to reframe it, look at the good side. It's like, how many coaches get a FBI detail? I mean, that guy's got to be a goddamn good coach. And I believe he is. He's so good he needs an FBI detail.
So anyway, that's basically the end of the story, and then now he's come out with it, and you can read it all year. But isn't it crazy? I'm like,
crazy.
this is crazy. You know, especially for a
But
guy we know.
international
You know?
soccer, dude. International soccer is...
That would be a crazy story for anybody, but the fact that we know Adrien.
Yeah.
You know the first thing I thought of with this, honestly?
Yeah.
Like the first thing I thought of, because you could make this really funny, is that somebody needs to write this movie. Because nobody got hurt, thankfully.
Right.
This could have been terrible. But you could do a...
It could be a good movie.
You could do a edgy comedy sports movie about this happening. And it would be entertaining.
But at the end of the movie, I would produce Adrien headbutts his way out.
Oh, I like that.
Because that guy will
Yeah.
headbutt
Oh,
you.
he'll headbutt you through a window.
A headbutt from Adrien.
yeah.
You're not getting away from that. He'll blow your face off.
Literally, you want your nose flat? I'll flatten it with my head.
So, John, I didn't know this, and Daniel told me this morning, but I didn't know Grant Hill was a part owner of Orlando City.
Yeah,
He's a minority owner.
The minority owner. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Why don't we say that more?
The DeVos family is also an owner of Orlando City now.
Well, we don't have to say that. We can say, but yeah, I think it's cool. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like a
Orlando
good
Pride as well.
Yeah, I like a good celebrity part owner. I don't know. I think every team should
Orlando
have that.
level celebrity, right? I mean, let's be.
Well,
we don't get the top A-listers. We get the kind of B, C-lister celebrities that are.
Grant Hill's a big deal.
Well,
I
the
think.
tie-in Jet, and
Oh,
Jet
come
plays for the
on.
Magic. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool that there's a connection there. At least it's in the sports family,
right?
That sort of a thing.
Yeah. And so, John, let's talk before we run.
We don't
want to
run out of time.
So, I want to talk about you moving back to England.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm excited to move to England. Yeah.
It's going to be so fun. Man.
So, how long have you lived in the United States?
Oh my God, I've been here like 15 years, pretty much. I moved back during the pandemic because I lost like 3 jobs. So I was like, hey, I got nothing to do. So I moved back there for a year, but then I came back again because I just missed it and I missed everything. I missed Orlando City. I missed the team and everything. So, but I'm married now, so many things have changed in my life.
Yeah.
And my wife and I, we just feel like it's the right move for us to go back to England. I've got my brother there and my sisters and all the kids, and so much of my family is there. So I'm excited to see them.
And
that'll be awesome.
Are you gonna? You don't want to announce it on the air, but imagine kids are in your future and things like that. And then like, it's so much easier to raise kids.
I resisted it for a long time, but let's be real. It's just.
It's amazing, dude.
And getting gray here, you got to start, got to grow up at some point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
Got to start reproducing.
How old are you, John?
I'm 35 now.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
When did we meet?
I was
In your
thinking
20s.
about
Jesus
literally.
Christ. You're like
I
a
think
child
it was
when we met you.
2013 or 2014 when I came to the studio up in Maitland at like 6 a.m. and like I remember my dad arranged for me like intern with you guys.
Yeah.
And I would come on the radio, and I still really had my British accent, and you thought that was hilarious. And the monsters that you'd make me read like things from England, like Jim would be like, read this in your English accent.
That's what dumb Florida yokels
Yes,
do.
yeah.
Hey, say this in funny. Say this in your funny style.
And Jack would be like, it's okay, just do it.
Make an Englishman read a paragraph in his funny talk.
Sounds different.
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
we're stupid.
Yeah,
All right,
so
we'll be right back.
That's how long ago.
That's a long ass time.
No,
man.
I remember. Yeah, like it's funny because I remember you as not a kid. You were in your,
I was like
mid
21, something like that.
But still, it's like now comparatively, like 21-year-old is closer to a kid than an adult to me. Just because you're so
You
young.
can
and
see it
realize
more now too as an older man. Like I used to look at even in my early 30s, you look at a 21-year-old and you're like, I'm like you. But now at 49, I look at a 21-year-old and
so
I'm like, my God, you're a baby.
Yeah.
And it is such a weird
Yeah.
switch in your brain that kind of happens. Do you know where you're going to be living, or is that part of the excitement of like planning it all out?
No, we're gonna figure it out. My wife has never been to England before.
This is so exciting,
yeah,
dude.
so she's from Venezuela and she's really excited to go explore a new country. And so I'm like, let's go see the country and then figure out where you want to be, because I think a lot of people think it's just London, and there's so much more. Like I'm from the Southwest, like where Bristol and Bath is. but like you've got the North, you've got Scotland, you've got Wales, like you've got Northern Ireland even in the UK.
We got Wales in Orlando
There's,
too. Trust me, I laid with a lot of them. They used to call me the Whale King.
The Whale King, I love that.
I'm curious to what you'll miss about the United States
Oh,
comparatively to living in England.
Right now at this period in time, not a lot, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when you live in it, it's like,
No.
you know, when you're in it.
I love this country, but you know.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's
So
a spicy time.
I'm excited for some things like, you know, having bread that doesn't have sugar in it. Stuff like that sounds really good to
I
me.
love sugar bread.
You don't like donuts? You get the hell out. You get
That's
the
my favorite
hell
bread.
out. I knew it. I knew it.
You want some
yeah.
brown,
Yeah.
bitter
Yeah.
nut bread.
This country was founded on crispy damn creams.
You see these Americans working so hard to get their protein and keep their calories down. I'm like, yeah, I think it'll be a lot easier in Europe where everything's not full of, crap.
Bunch
Like,
of garbage.
I love
yes,
crap.
Like, why do I feel so sluggish? I'm like, oh, I just ate a meal. That's why. Like, literally. So it's stuff
Just
like
take
that.
some pills for that.
Yeah,
You eat the sugar, you take
Yeah,
the pills.
yeah.
Take a sugar
That's
pill.
the American
Yeah.
way.
Now you go to the doctor and you pay the doctor.
Yeah. That's part of it, John.
yeah.
God,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know the American way by now?
One of the things I was thinking about that's cool, really cool about Europe, and I've never really thought about this until like I'm kind of getting way back into music again, and I'm following all these like I set my drum set back up again. I'm playing every day. I'm taking guitar lessons every night. I take like an online guitar lesson, and I'm really into it. It's good for my brain. But I'm back into music, and I noticed that a lot of these bands that I really like will do these tiny tours, but it's funny because they'll start in like Italy and they'll just do Italy, France, England, but it's not even close to being as far as what we have to deal with here in the States, just because we're so spread out. They'll just bop around and only do like, you know, maybe 9 different shows, but they're hitting like 9 different countries.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think that you can do that, but
Europe is really, I mean, I always tell people here, I'm like, America, you have to think of states as countries. Like Florida is a country. Like in Europe, it would be. It has its own laws. It has its own thing. So I think when people say, "What's America like?" I'm like, "Well, where are you living?"
Of course,
Right. like
It's
what do
like
you
what
mean?
Europe is like.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
like what's Europe like?
Well, it's a lot of different places,
Yeah.
so it's all different.
For
Yeah.
sure.
The Florida and Massachusetts might as well be different countries.
God.
And even like
Florida, California, different
Orlando
countries.
to Jacksonville, completely different
Yeah,
in so many
yeah,
ways,
definitely.
right?
Miami's closer to South America
Yes.
than it is United States. Anyway, John, I'm going to put you on the spot
Sure.
for the last question. In your opinion, you've been around the club for a long time.
Yeah.
What does Orlando City need to do to win?
Oh my God, dude.
and this is a great question to end with because we have not won a
We're
match.
3-0. We've
3-0.
shipped 11 goals and scored 3 so far this year. It is a disaster of a start. I think everyone thought we were going to take a step back this year because we changed so much of the squad. Daniel knows you get to a point where your team is like, okay, now we need like wholesale changes, and that's what we did in this offseason.
Yeah.
And that always like takes a period to figure it out.
We have a lot of younger guys too.
Yeah, and I believe in our GM. I think he's rolled the dice with a lot of good talent out of like Brazil, and we're bringing more homegrowns through. And I do think it'll take some time for those guys to bed in, but I think their potential is better than what we had. I just don't believe in Oscar Pereira anymore, man. It's sad to say, but like 7 years as a soccer coach is a long leash, and in MLS there's no relegation, So, in other leagues, he would have been fired, 2 seasons ago.
True.
And so that's the part of MLS I don't like, where it's like, we can't just be sitting here being like, this is fine, we have our coach, and we're going to be okay because we can't get relegated, and we'll wait it out till we're good again. I want them to really just say, sorry, Oscar, but you're not the guy. We've got this new squad. Let's go with a new coach.
I think
and
that would
see
help,
if he
too.
can get the better, and that's what they will do. Once you change the team and it still doesn't work, the only thing you could do is change the coach. And you don't want to turn into a club that does that all the time, but 7 years is, and we still haven't won MLS Cup.
True.
At this point,
That's a long time.
I don't think he is able to win us MLS Cup, and a lot of people feel that way.
Do you think that we'll ever see maybe we've already made some changes in that I believe it's next season that the MLS season will line up with a standard EPL season, right? Meaning that, or is that next season? that they're doing that?
That's
so,
massive.
So our games will now be on the same schedule as EPL. That means when we have international breaks, you're not going to get wackiness. You know, like now it's all on the,
for the transfer market. It's massive.
Yeah, this could be huge for all of it. Do you ever think that's a huge step? Yeah. I didn't think we'd ever see that.
Yeah.
The fact that they even entertained changing the MLS schedule, to me, I was like, Andrea, my wife told me that. I'm like, that's not happening. She's like, no, they're doing it. This is set in stone. I'm like, I cannot believe that. Mm-hmm. Do you think we'll ever get because I do think it would fix a lot of problems, a relegation aspect? Are we too entrenched in true American sports business to ever do something like that? Because it is weird to see clubs like even like Stoke or other clubs that have made their way to the top tier and then they fall all the way back down and maybe go down two. Maybe don't just dip down to one level. Maybe they dip down 2 levels and now they have to go through 2 different seasons of winning a completely altered and different championship before they get back to that top tier level. You think we'll ever get anything like that?
I think MLS was so resistant to it for so long, but now they're starting to like soften their, idea about maybe in the future we could have it. I think the issue you have with American sports franchises is that everybody's paid in to a product to say I'm paid for a D1 team. So if you have then splitting it up where you have D1, D2, and you have Pro Rel and you get relegated, you say, well, I paid a franchise fee the same as this guy, but now I'm in a D2 league. That is the biggest issue. That if they could figure out how to get over that, bringing Pro Rel, in my opinion, is what makes soccer. Like, it's what makes it the most exciting thing of watching teams go up and down and having good and bad.
Isn't that the beauty gamble, though? On like, I dumped all my money into this team as an owner, and now we got relegated. We got relegated to the bottom. Well, then I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
That'll right the ship pretty fast, won't it?
You've got J.J. Watt, you've got Snoop Dogg, you've got, the Wrexham boys. There's so many of these American owners that are buying clubs in the UK system because they know that they can go, okay, we'll invest at this level and we spend enough money, we're going to become a Premier League club. And then there's actually that pathway to grow a team. USL is doing it here with their clubs. And to bring it full circle back, you might see Adrien Heath actually coaching the new team that they're planning on putting out in Brevard. There's a lot of talk about them bringing a team out there. With
I'll drive to see him coach.
Yeah, USL. Remember Tom Bonner?
Yes.
Yeah, Tom and John Bonner and some other people are putting together a USL club out there.
I love John Bonner.
So, and apparently Adrien is going to be the coach and is involved in that. So that's where he's kind of landed, I think. They're still working on it, but it's out there. It's been announced by USL.
Wow.
So that's the kind of thing they want to go in there and say, let's build up the club and become a top USL club, which technically is also D1 according to US Soccer, which is a whole other mess. So even in this country, there is going to be that opportunity to have Pro Rel. It's just not going to be MLS. And then when that happens, does that make USL more attractive? Did the players start going there? In which case, then does it really compete with MLS? You might end up with 2 very good soccer leagues in this country that have nothing to do with each other.
I'm okay with that. I mean, it just means more soccer for us.
Right.
If the quality dips, though, if it hurts either of them, I don't know. Maybe that's counterproductive.
I just don't know how the American soccer landscape is like the final frontier of, like, there's a few other countries around the world, but this is the big one of how is American soccer going to look in 100 and 200 years?
Yeah, because it's still like, what are we still third?
Yeah,
in viewership, or is it fourth in viewership still?
No, we're like a top 5-6 league. The viewership is high because of Messi. Like, honestly, once he stops playing, those numbers will drop massively.
Yeah, that makes sense.
John, good luck in England.
Yeah, man. Thanks for talking to us today, man.
Great
we really
to see
appreciate
you.
it. Great to see you, too.
Thanks for everything you've done for Orlando City.
Thanks for vouching for us. I'm sure you did a bunch of times. Holy smokes.
Do you remember 2015? We used to hang out in the tailgate, and you guys hosted the outdoor bands.
Yes.
That was some of my favorite times. Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never consumed more Heineken in my life.
Yes, I don't drink Heineken anymore.
I can't drink it. I think I had 175,000 Heinekens.
It'll always be special to me being a part of a team at its start, its birth, and seeing it all flesh out and everybody figure out what this is gonna be. That's cool. That's a cool experience that I'll always cherish in my life.
Definitely.
It's cool that I was over, because later on you can be a part of a team. It's already set in stone, but being at the beginning for some reason is super cool to me, because all these traditions are being figured out now. All these that Kingston.
Yeah.
Me and Daniel like, what name? I was like,
Yeah, we
Kingston
named
or-
Kingston. That's crazy. We're working with Teresa.
People love that name.
We sent in a list of names, and that's the one they selected. We wrote that. Like, we had a bunch of different. I can't even tell you some of the ones we had on there. There were a couple spicy ones that we got to do. He's like, don't put that on there. We put some names. This is a true story. We put some names on the original Kingston email that went to people in MLS that we shouldn't have put their names on there. And Teresa's like, what the hell are you doing? Does she still work for Nashville now? I think she does. Yeah.
She's gonna be. Kay's retiring this weekend.
Yes,
Actually,
yeah.
They just announced that today. So she's gonna be in town. Teresa, a bunch of old people.
I'm gonna be at that as well.
On Friday. We'll have
I'm gonna be there on
retirement
Friday
event,
to celebrate Kay Rollins' retirement from the club, the foundation.
So no more Rollins in Orlando City's Orlando Pride. So this is
That's a hit.
End of an era.
That's a hit.
That is the end of the era.
That's a hit. I don't like that. I don't know how. I'm sure it'll be fine, but
you gotta
personally,
put
I don't
faith
like
in
it.
these new owners, the Wilfs. We're
There you
hoping.
go.
We're hoping they're gonna start paying up some cash soon because
There you go.
we need some big players.
Let's buy them.
All right.
Get out your wallets.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
It's time.
All right. We will see you tomorrow.
Somewhere still.